Hi, welcome back to the podcast. We're here with the SBG New Braunfels podcast. I'm Michael Hines. I'm here with Charles Johnson, and he's going to be introducing
the Big Bib Barbecue.
Big Bib Barbecue. Okay. I'm the coach and owner of SBG New Braunfels Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu School. We teach Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu pretty much all ages. We go from age 5 to pretty much about maybe 70. And we do have a lot of older people there too. We train in a safe way. We train in a smart way. We've been in the community for about 4 years now and have a nice big community here. The podcast that we do is basically just to highlight local businesses and let people in the community know what's going on. And I feel that I learn a lot just by shooting it. I hope you guys learn something as well. I'll turn things over to Charles now. Charles, tell me a little bit about barbecue. Big Bib
All
Barbecue.
right, the Big Bib Barbecue. Thank you, Michael. First of all, you and SBG and the city of New Braunfels with one S, I've been told.
That's the thing.
We're happy to be here in the city. We've been here now a little bit over 3 years and some change. And what was unique about the Big Bib expanding itself out of the San Antonio area, we did it in the heart of COVID.
Right.
So in the heart of COVID, there were a lot of challenges for a lot of businesses, especially restaurant businesses.
Sure.
And one of the things that we decided that, hey, we're going to go ahead and go forward. I've been brought on as a consultant, bottom line consulting, to help to build this the barbecue restaurant here in New Braunfels. And so my hopes is that I get out in the community and shake some hands, kiss some babies, and kind of let them know about what we do here. We know there's a slew of barbecue restaurants here already in the city. However, we feel like, just as well as the hamburger places in the community,
Sure.
You can never get enough barbecue. So the hopes is that you'll come on down. We're located right in the front of City Hall of 508 Landa Street and have a very robust menu. One of the unique things that I think with the Big Bibs going to other barbecue restaurants is that we have catfish. And so a lot of people don't know that, because they listen to the briskets the sausage and the chicken. And then another unique thing that we do have is rib tips. So a lot of times people, like, well, what are rib tips? So we suggest that you come down and try the rib tips. And for dessert, we have a real nice banana pudding. Okay. And then one of the things I've been hearing as having the opportunity to go to some of the mixers is the Kool-Aid. That makes it a little different from just the typical fountain drinks that most people have. Is the Kool-Aid. So it kind of gives you a little sense of going back to your childhood and drinking Kool-Aid. So that's been a huge success for the Big Bib Barbecue.
Okay. Tell me a little bit more. So Big Bib was originally there's still a location in San Antonio.
That's correct.
Okay. And tell me about that, like how that got started, or I don't know anything about it. I know nothing about it.
Sure.
Yeah.
So the Big Bib Barbecue started with a guy in basically a pit on the corner of Martin Luther King in San Antonio. Okay. He was born and raised in San Antonio, and that's where he kind of set up shop. Okay. And just started, doing plates. As a small business owner, that's kind of how we all have to get started.
Sure.
Some in the garage, some in the dorm room. So his was on the corner with a barbecue pit. And so then it manifested itself from there and to now where the restaurant's been a little over 14 years.
I see.
In San Antonio.
Oh, okay. Cool.
So yeah, so that's where the Big Bib kind of got its claim to fame, and it started with just one person, and he just grew it from there. So he felt like this expansion here in New Braunfels will be a new endeavor for him. Okay. And but the one in San Antonio, many people know about it. Matter of fact, he just won a couple Blue Plate Awards, cool. That sort of thing. So they're very well known in San Antonio.
I see. Okay.
And then if you want something local, that's where you come to the Big Bib Barbecue. It's not a chain, even though we've made expansion, but it's not a chain or a franchise. Which makes it unique.
I see. So he owns this one as well and everything. Okay.
That's correct.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
That's correct.
What do you like most when you go to eat there?
I think the thing for me, you know, I'm well traveled, so I've gone to some of the more finer, you know, barbecue restaurants. But if you're looking for something that's just homemade, the taste is delicious. The actual sauce, you know, and of course everything is in the sauce.
I see,
The sauces, he has like 4 different sauces that you can choose from.
Okay.
As you want to indulge in the barbecue, just whatever your palate speaks to. The other piece is the ribs are fantastic, as well as the baby back ribs. The meat just falls off the bones.
Nice.
Sausage, you have a mild sausage as well as a jalapeno sausage.
Okay.
Then of course you have your chicken. So I don't think anything on the menu is a thing that I wouldn't want. Then we talk about the sides. You'll have your collard greens, your mac and cheese. Nice. You also have a sweet potato casserole, as well as a potato baked potato casserole. So kind of 2. So one a little sweet, one a little mild, and then you know, of course your green beans. And your traditional potato salad and your baked beans.
You're making me hungry just like all the stuff now.
I think after we leave here, we should go have lunch.
Yeah. My wife gets back from horseback riding, and I'm like, hey, let's go get some barbecue.
Let's get some barbecue at the Big Bend. But yeah, so the menu is very robust. We do catering. We, you know, so for those who have office functions or just any type of function, we can also take care of the catering. Some of the things that we're going to be doing upcoming is delivery service within so many mile radius of the restaurant, just for that convenience. And so we're excited about, you know, being on the corner there, and that may just be where we start, and we hope that, you know, we would grow into you know, a bigger space. You know, so yeah.
Yeah, you guys have a great location there. It's super visible. Like that for quite a while, I didn't know if you guys, we talked about this, I didn't know if you were open or not.
Right.
Because I remember when I first got here, that's basically when that place was, I remember it being kind of remodeled, things like that. And that's when I was looking for my first location here in New Braunfels. And then, COVID hit. And because of that, I don't really go out that way to meet with my commercial real estate agent and stuff like that. So that would be the main reason I'd pop out in that direction. I'd see it, I was always like, I wonder if that place is open. I was like, what? Like, I look at a lot of places and I was like, what are you talking about? What do you care? Like, I'm always like, it's a place. Hey, look at that place over there. Like, I tend to be looking around more when I'm driving and stuff. But I love barbecue. So like you said, I don't think you can have too many barbecue places. Like much like burger places. So I can always handle one more barbecue place. That's cool. Yeah.
And some places, like I said, they may have different ways that they, they cook it.
Sure.
And so those are the other pieces. Just like you do wings, some people say, hey, we do liquid, and we do dry rub, that sort of thing. So everybody cooks their barbecue different, and so it depends on what your palate wants.
Yeah, for like every barbecue place in town, I have what I consider to be their best thing on the menu. Like I might not get some of the other things because I think, well, this is where they really shine, is this, I pretty much like them all. What was I gonna ask? There's something in my mind there. Is there anything you wanted to add? I'm having a little bit of
I think just, I appreciate, number one, doing the podcast is really another avenue for us to kind of showcase the Big Bend barbecue here in town. And hopefully it's enough that's said in your podcast that will get people excited to come just check us out. Sure. And we are open. We've been open. We had some challenges in the initial because the staffing was a piece, and, that was an industry at the time. People didn't want to take a chance to go back into it. Just for the sake of COVID hit again, I'll lose my job, and then I have no income. Right. So we understood, those challenges, and so we believe we've overcome them. Cool. And so we're excited about that. And then also, just to add, we have our ribbon cutting, which will be May the 9th. And so we're excited about the ribbon cutting, and so we're part of the chamber here, and so we hope that individuals will come out and be a part of the ribbon cutting and have an opportunity to taste some of the food.
I was gonna ask, now I know what I was gonna ask. It's very particular. what are the differences between the sauces? I'm just now you've got my interest. Yeah, so.
The sauces, you have your typical barbecue sauce. Then you also have like a hot and spicy. Then you have more of a mustardy type of sauce.
Okay.
So it's just it's kind of in those different levels, and so everyone likes their sauce to be different. Based on the palate and how the meat comes across. If the meat's more salty, you may want more of a spicy, sweet.
Gotcha.
So yeah. So that's what the differences are in the sauces.
Okay,
So that's one of the unique pieces.
Yeah, I get curious. The sauce matters to me. So
it matters a lot.
Yeah. When I travel, like every region kind of favors different sauces and stuff like that. So I was in Birmingham a little bit back, and they're all about do they have the white sauce or whatever, or no?
No, they have the white sauce.
No. Okay. That's a different, interesting piece to barbecue.
Sure.
I know, like some Texans would like string you up for like wanting to put like white on the barbecue sauce, but I actually enjoyed it. But I just like that diversity of whatever and stuff. So
yeah, so it kind of breaks away from the monotony of just regular plain barbecue sauce, and so we leave them out on the table, and you pick your choice.
Cool. Well, thank you. I'm very hungry. I'm gonna have to go get some barbecue. So. Yeah.